Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. Today we have a whole lot of people on the screen. There are some leaders, some speakers, and so we'll start off with Shruti Rupa because she's going to moderate the session today. Shruti Rupa, over to you.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Shruti Rupa. I am InfosecGirls chapter lead for Pune, and I work at Qualys. And I'm quite excited to co-host, and this would be my first time as well. And I'm very excited to meet. There's a news, I guess, that we'll be sharing today, and hoping for the best and all the best to the speakers, Kiran and Jyoti.
Thank you.
Shivani?
Hi everyone, my name is Shivani. I am a chapter leader for Hyderabad, and it has been a wonderful journey till now with InfosecGirls. I work for a startup known as Paralog, and I wish all the best to Jyoti and Kiran, and stay tuned for the news.
Aarti?
So, hi everyone, I am InfosecGirls lead for Delhi and I'm co-leading with Saman Fatima. She's not here today. So, I'm pursuing my master's in information security management, and right now I'm a summer intern at Goldman. And yeah, all the very best to our speakers for today, Jyoti and Kiran. And stay tuned for the news, big reveal. Vandana will reveal it, I think, later. So over to you, Amma.
Shreya?
Hello everyone, this is Shreya Pohekar and currently I am a fourth year undergrad from UIT RGPV, and currently I'm recently into blogging, and that's all about me, and all the very best to the speakers.
Megha?
Megha, you are on mute.
Sorry, yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Megha Sauk. I am InfosecGirls Nagpur chapter lead, and I'm working in a persistent system as a software engineer. So all the very best to the speakers. Over to you, Vandana ma'am.
Kiran?
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm so excited for today's section. It's my second chance that I'm representing my knowledge, and I'm with the InfoSec girl. I'm associated security consultant at Varutra. Right now I'm at Mumbai, and I'm enjoying the with the team, and I'm so excited with I would like to meet all the girls when the lockdown get over. So thank you so much for all your wishes. I hope you will like the today's session.
Ashwini?
Oh,
Hi everyone, my name is Ashwini Vararkar and I'm the chapter leader for Mumbai region. Also, I have an experience of 5+ years and currently working with Not So Secure. And all the best, Shruti Rupa, first for co-hosting this. I think you can now tick it off your bucket list. So all the best for that. And second, Kiran and Jyoti, just get out and do it. I know Kiran always speaks. She's from Mumbai team. And bus, as usual, go for it, full swing. Or Jyoti, all the best. And yes, we are going to extend our family. So please stay tuned and wait for the news.
Jyoti, to you.
Yeah, hello, you girls. I am Jyoti Raval. I work for Qualys as a web application security analyst. It's been 7 years in the field of information security now. I I will introduce myself at the length in my presentation, obviously, but it's good to be here for the first time. Thanks, Shruti and Manna. This is a wonderful idea of having people here.
So now the big news is that we are launching our new chapter in Indore with Akanksha. So welcome to the family, Akanksha.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
We are really glad to have you.
Hello, everyone. I am Akanksha Verma. I am in InfoSec Domain Science 2017. Currently, I am working as a penetration tester. So, all the very best to the speakers, and thank you, everyone, for having with you today. Thank you so much.
So let's start with Jyoti. Jyoti, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we
Yes,
can see
please.
your screen.
Yeah, so I will be talking about phishing simulation, the tool which I developed in order to help some of the aspects of message as a part of penetration. We'll see how this tool helps. We'll do a short demo of the tool at the end, and then we'll take up the question. So this is a small introduction about myself. I work as a senior web application security analyst with Qualys. I research on recent web application security trends, and we just look for how to improve test tools. I presented at DEF CON this year, and I will also present the same tool at Black Hat Asia in the coming September. I also lead OS Pune chapter and go by Raval on Jeta. Why this tool? Why having an idea of presenting an assessment tool? I love to assess things in general. So before I go into detail of how and what the tool is about, so before that I would like to talk something about what
Jyoti,
red team. Sorry.
Sorry to interfere. Can you put it on full screen? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
Thank you. So just to give you a small background on red team assessment, what generally happens as a part of red team assessment is we as a penetration tester try to penetrate a particular organization from technology perspective, from people perspective, and obviously a physical security assets. When I say red team assessment, generally we divide it into two parts. It is obviously from a black hat perspective and blue perspective. So when we will be talking about red team, we are generally talking as an ethical red team assessment here. So what happens when we as a consultant or a third party or as a penetration tester, what we do as a part of red team assessment. So as I said, it generally targets people, technology, and physical assets. Okay, now the idea of automating came from here. So as we know, technology is advancing so much. We have so many things to be protected and to protect from attacks from technology perspective. Okay, physical security is altogether a different topic, and I have chosen people here because I feel that people remains the weakest link in the organization till now. We are advancing technologically, but people are our weakest link. So what happens as a part of red team assessment when you attack people? Generally, the first idea which comes into our mind is phishing. Now, what happens when we do phishing as a part of attacking a people? The idea of doing phishing is we want to know that how our organization employees are aware of this kind of attacks, what new attacks they can fall prey for. We know how their awareness is, and we know that how much strong our weakest link is. So as a part of phishing, generally what happens is buy a domain. When I say we as a pen tester, okay, we buy a domain, we set up a phishing website, we set up an email, we choose that, okay, this kind of email generally organization sends to their employees, and this is the similar kind of email I'm going to generate and send it to people such that people is going to believe me that, okay, this is a real email. We track the entire campaign and analyze the result. Okay, when we analyze the result, generally this kind of assessment happens in only in conjunction with CISO. Nobody else in the organization is aware of this, because the idea is to know that where we are actually. So phishing simulation, this tool will help us automating the task of what we do as a part of phishing campaigns in red team assessment. So why this tool? Because as I said, social engineering attacks are most prevalent, and people remains the weakest link. It is very easy to win trust of people as compared to compete with technology. So this is one of the aspect of carrying red team assessment, which helps us automating the task of all the steps which I just mentioned in my previous slide. And manually setting up entire phishing campaign, tracking it, sending it out, designing it nicely, it all takes skill set and time. So phishing simulation will do the job of measuring the awareness through customized assessment. It will have a tutorials, and at the end it will give you analysis of how much aware your organization is and where you need to work on. So what is phishing simulation? What I have done as a part of the tool. So this mainly aims to increase the phishing awareness, as I said, because first you need to take the tutorial, you understand which type of attacks are, what generally happens as a part of phishing. See, because why this tutorial, why this assessment, everything is kept in mind, because organization is not just IT. It has all the departments, everybody who might not know what phishing is, who might not know what are the types, but when attacker attacks our organization, they does not consider that, okay, these people is from IT, I'm going to do a sophisticated attack. This is from HR, okay, I'm going to do a normal attack. No. So this is one area where every one of us, every employee of the organization needs to stay on the same page. So this will give you a customized environment to design your test as per your requirements. Because obviously, for example, if I'm working for Facebook.com, then I really don't want to create a phishing website of Google.com, right? I want to create it my way. So this tool will help us to have a customized test environment for our organization, knowing our people, how we send emails, how we send bulk emails, how we work as an organization. So the key features of the tools will be, this is very easy and simple to set up. Each employee will have a unique test for them, because we tend to copy each other when we are thrown in the assessment, especially when organization throws it. So at the end, it will have a comprehensive analysis. I will know which department I want to work on. I know which employees can fall prey for, and all this. There is a tutorial which will help us to continuously improve on things. And for this kind of running this kind of tool, we don't need to have a special skill sets which says that, okay, you need to have a pen tester or third party consultant in order to set up entire phishing campaign. Just a nail user and your task will be done. And at the end of that time, yes, know your people and make them aware. So just to give you a glimpse of how tool is, Can you see my screen? I'm sharing a video.
You can just see your login.
Just,
Hi, Jyoti.
hi.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. I'm just sharing my video.
Okay.
We can see you.
No, I was trying to share the demo. A video of a tool just to give a glimpse of how it works.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a second. Can you see the video screen now?
Yes. No. Yeah. Now we can see it.
Yeah. So you see the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So demos are supposed to not to work initially. So what I have done is I have hacked it and made a video when it was working. So tool have basically two interfaces. One is for admin and one is for normal user. When I say admin, it will be a pen tester or your naive user or your third-party consultant, anyone whom you wish to use for. They will set up a campaign. They will give some information to tool about your organization, and client is the one who is going to assess the tool, who is going to give this phishing simulation assessment test. Okay, so this is the interface of admin. Admin logs into the application, and they will select setup test environment. Setup test environment is where you will give me some information about your organization, and depending on your information given, I'm going to generate a customized phishing test for all the employees. Okay, so when I say test code, for each of the department, you can have a different test code. Obviously, each of the employees will have a different question on each of the tests they take. But what I mean by having a test code is you might want to create a little easy test for your HR department compared to you want to have a sophisticated test for your IT, right? So this is the test code which you will use as a part of having people to recognize that, okay, this is the test I want to take to this many people. This is enter organization name is where you will enter your organization name. And I will use this name to build up a question and use your organization names in the actual assessment. Enter domain. For example, you work for a facebook.com, you enter a domain called as www.facebook.com. Now, when we do phishing assessment, we do one type of thing called as generating a fake domain. Now, when you will give me www.facebook.com using typo squatting technique, I will generate a variation of www.facebook.com by an algorithm which I have used, and that domain will actually look like your domain but will not be your domain. Example, www.facebook and one of the O will be 0. Okay, so it will look like your domain, but it will not be a legit domain. Just to assess that, okay, your employees are aware of observing things when they receive an email. For example, I have entered a test code here as Google 1. My organization is, for example, Google. I enter a domain as www.google.com and I say generate domain name variation. Okay, now tool will give me so many domain name variations that, okay, I know these are the domains which looks like your domain but is not your domain. Then you got to choose the best one which you think that your employees will be fooled of. Okay, for example, now I'm choosing googlea.com as my phishing domain. And I select, okay, www.googlea.com is something you are going to use. Okay, why I am asking this valid email ID is because I know that major of the mass communication in my organization happens from, for example, it@qualys.com or hr@qualys.com. Then I'm used to looking at that email that, okay, if it is from hr@qualys.com, then this is a legit. By looking at this email, tool is going to generate some variation of emails to which your employees feel familiar to. This is the email format which you can give me. For example, you will tell me that, okay, this is the email format. By using this email format, I am going to use exact salutation, exact tabbings, exact, some people use regards, some people use thanks, some use from Qualys, some use thanks from Qualys. So these kind of things I'm going to observe from your email format and going to use in my campaign. Now I'm asking for a legit website of yours. For example, you tell me that www.google.com is my legit website. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to create exact look-alike page of your organization. For example, your organization site is google.com. I'm going to create a look-alike page of your site so that whenever I give your assessment question based on phishing, you feel that, okay, this is my website, looks like my website, but then you have to observe other things in the questions and answer precisely. Okay. Now that I have taken enough inputs from the user, I know that, okay, what the organization is, how I want to generate my assessment for each of the employees, and I have set up the test environment. You can preview your phished page. You can look at how your phishing website will look. If you know that you have given me as an input www.google.com, I have created a look-alike page of your website, which I am going to use as a part of my assessment. Okay. Now you are now you want to invite. You have a lot of more people in the organization. So at a time, for example, you don't want to invite all of them together and generate and know people that, okay, these are the type of questions and all that. I know that, okay, I want to do sampling and I want to target 5 employees from each of the department. So you can choose your employee DB file and I will send an email to them that, okay, this is the assessment and you got to give me your SMTP details because your mail server is the one which I'm going to use to send emails to your employees. Once you give SMTP username password, I'm going to send email to that respective employees that, okay, this is the site, please attempt a test. Now that we know, okay, message has been sent. Now this is the client side. Now I as an employee, now admin has set up the phishing campaign assessment for me. Now I as an employee, what I need to do is I need to go to the site. As I said, I need to first start a tutorial. I need to first understand what phishing is, what are the types, and how I can fall prey for. So once I have gone through the tutorial, I can start the assessment. If you remember, I have received an email stating that, okay, please start the test. I will enter the test code. Okay, so my test code is Google and my employee ID is, for example, 1. Now I will receive 10 such questions uniquely every time which I need to answer. Now these 10 questions will be fair mix of positive and negative questions. Meaning I will be giving questions which will be legit, and I will be giving a question which will not be legit. So it will not happen that every time you are going to say this is phishing, phishing, phishing. And the idea is you have to pass all the questions correctly in order to pass the test. Because if you have looked at my tutorial, I said that all it takes is just one click in order to have a phishing on your organization. Now, the question will be actually fair mix of scenario-based question, phishing site question, it will be spear phishing question, it will be smishing. So fair mix of question will be there whenever your test will begin. So this is one example of site. So question 1 is, observe the website given below thoroughly. Will you refer your friend to visit this website? If you look at the website, your website exactly looks like your website, which is google.com. If you look at the block here, it is HTTPS. It is a valid encrypted. But if you look at the domain carefully, even if when you will hover at the links, your hyperlinks will actually go to for if it is Gmail, then gmail.com, drive.com. But what employee is supposed to observe here is the domain which is on which the actual website is hosted is not my domain. So for this question, so this is a question where he is supposed to say no. So for example, this is another spear phishing type of question. You got to read this question and assess the email ID sent from to, and you got to choose your action, whether you will report it or you will click the attachment or you will download the attachment or you will ignore the question. Okay. And all of the questions are, so this is one of the example of, previous one was example of smishing. This is scenario based question. So all such type of question, you will have 10 questions at the end of the test. If you answer all the 10 questions correctly, you will have a certificate of completion, okay, which will say, okay, you passed the test. And even if you answer one question correctly, you don't pass the test, okay, then you have to go back to tutorial, again read out things, and again you will have a new set of questions. Now, once that I have launched my test, okay, now I know that 50 employees from my organization have attempted the test. Now, I as a CISO who is working in conjunction with my blue team, and now I want to know that what is the awareness posture of my employees, how much they are aware, how much my organization can fall into this kind of attacks. So what tool will do is, tool will do a comprehensive analysis of what happened as a particular test code. For example, if I see here, we were employee ID 1, okay? We answered all 10 questions right. And for example, if I want to check the code of Google, then I see that, okay, number of employees who passed the test are only 33% and 66% employees did not pass the test. Number of employees who will click on the malicious links. So if you have observed, there were so many questions where it has asked whether you will click on this link, whether you will download this attachment and all that. So these are the analysis done on various factors of the clicking pattern of employees, which they have done. So this was a small demo of how and what tool is, how it works, and how it helps. So I would be happy to take questions if you have any.
Jyoti, we don't have any questions at the moment.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the screen. So probably people can reach out to you and you can guide them with their questions. You can provide them answers.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to have your guys' feedback. Feel free to raise issues, feedbacks, and give me your suggestion, ideas on JIT. It will be helpful. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. Now we will start with the next session soon. Thank you.